Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash.
Hi everyone, I'm Andrea Jackson.
And I'm Michelle Yarn in for Mitch English. Welcome to Daily Flash,
Woo!
everybody. Today's trends, tomorrow's talk.
Great to have you here, Michelle.
I've been having so much fun.
Oh, good,
Yeah,
good. We have not scared you away.
Not yet.
That's a good thing.
I will tell.
James Alexander standing by in our flashback studio. James, what's happening?
I wanted to brighten things up. I
like
thought
it.
you were going to wear, neon green today too. But, if anybody makes any comments about this shirt, I'm getting you back on social media. So let's get to the question of the day, okay? What holiday tradition would you bring back from your childhood? I would say the traditional going door to door for Halloween and getting treats, actually going out throughout the neighborhood instead of having to go to the mall. So if you have something different, Matt, tell them where they can go to leave a comment.
Yep, they can head over to our website, dailyflashshow.com. There you can email us, flash@dailyflashshow. Like, subscribe, share, do all that fun stuff on our socials. Let us know what tradition you'd bring back. I would bring back the Christmas Eve party we used to have at my uncle's house. That was always, and Santa would always show up, even though Santa had 9 fingers. But that's
I have
another
many
story.
questions.
Okay. That just sort of took a weird left turn. Michelle, how about you?
Well, kind of along those lines, when I was a kid, every Christmas morning after we opened presents, we would all go to my aunt's house. You had to stay in your pajamas. If you showed up dressed, you would get shunned, but you'd show up and we would have a giant breakfast. Like just the best. But now there's just so many of us now that all the kids have kids and it became too overwhelming. So we haven't done it in probably 10 years, but I would love to do that again.
I like the PJ tradition. That's something new in our house that we do. That's super fun. Board games used to be something we would always play on Christmas Day. So that was kind of a fun family tradition.
Who says we can't bring them back?
Yeah,
let's try it.
exactly. I think so. Okay, Apple's got something new. I'm not sure how I feel about this. They've just launched a new product. It's called the iPhone Pocket.
Okay.
Here's a tech expert who put this new hot tech sock to the test.
Oh, there you go. This is like nice for like when you always want to feel like your phone is just right there. If all of this video and the price of the iPhone Pocket feels crazy, it's because fashion is crazy.
Yes, the iPhone Pocket is considered fashion. It's designed by Issey Miyake. He is the name behind the famous black turtleneck Apple founder Steve Jobs used to wear. So this iPhone holder is made of ribbed material, which many say reminds them of a sock, okay? There are 2 versions. There's a short one and there is a long one. This is my favorite part of the story. The prices for these things range from $150 to $250.
I'm out.
The design's similar to a cross-body strap, gives the user a hands-free option. Comes in colors like bright yellow, purple, pink, electric blue. It can fit any model of iPhone, which is good. Many noted, and I forgot about this, it reminded them of the iPod socks. It was a set of cotton knit socks they launched way back in 2004 with the iPods. Now, this is what I found shocking. The iPhone Pocket sold out online.
Jeez.
Available in select stores. James, I know you are ready to go on this one.
You know how I feel about Apple. I'm not a big fan, but guess what?
with
For
you.
all you Apple users, I got 2 ways for you to save money. You can put it here, or guess what? Free in your pants in the side. There you go. You just saved $150, ladies and gentlemen, courtesy of the Daily Flash. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There you go.
Listen,
That thing's not even convenient for the gym. Like, I get that problem sometimes, like where it's like, you're trying to work out and you got it in your pocket or you're running, but that's not even convenient for that to like not let it jostle
all
around.
I know is Temu is about to make a killing on this. Because
Yeah.
that thing could cost 10 cents to make and people are willing to pay for it.
That's so true. Well, the packaging is beautiful, as always. Apple always comes with some amazing packaging. And now, not to be outdone by the iPhone Pocket, they do make some pretty high-end wristbands for the watches by Hermes and a number of designers, and those are pricey. I think one of them they have listed as up to $1,000, but I'm surprised these things are sold out.
It's funny, if you put popular brand name and you make it limited, these things go nuts. It's like that Starbucks Bear cup that people just went berserk over, and now Walmart and all these other companies are making their dupes for it. But people, what was it? Furbies. Like, you can go as far back as the 90s, and this is just what happens. And that's fashion, right? I mean, something can be produced in the same exact manufacturing place, but you slap the label on it, and people are willing to spend a ton. And they're not always pretty, these fashion things.
Now, you're not an Apple person either, so you and James are on the same page.
Boo.
Read it and weep, Apple users.
See, I like that design.
I've just always used Android, so I'm too lazy to switch.
You green text people.
Hey, that's
Yeah,
okay.
Some
That's
exclusive
okay.
club.
I'm wearing green
I'm an
today,
Apple.
too.
Yeah, this is true.
We're some of us here are.
It's just all my stuff works together.
Yes.
That's why I like it. Computer works with watch works with
So
phone,
does
works with
mine.
headphones.
Yeah, you know, Android operating
Technology,
system is the most
2
popular,
years-
most
2
used
years back.
operating system. Like how me and James are just like ranting.
I just got into it with my wife the other day because I'm like, can you please get an iPhone? Because she asked me to fix stuff on her phone all the time, and I'm like, I don't know how to do it. And so she's like, I think I need to get a new phone. I'm like, are you going to get an iPhone? She's like, no. Come on.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
All her stuff's
intelligent.
PC, so she has no need for it.
I know. Alan's the same way. Everything that he's got is Android, Samsung, Google,
It's just
PC.
you change one thing, you have to change everything,
Everything.
no matter which way you go. So
I suppose the iPhone Pocket, which is available for up to $300, if you're that interested, will work with any phone because it says any iPhone. So you could probably get it for your Samsung or your Android friends.
it's a purse.
It is a purse.
crossbody bag.
Yes, right.
like a
And
happy
of course, they show it like draped around a handbag. And my question is, like, if you see an influencer using it, would that make a difference?
Well, you know, the original influencer of this was Borat.
yeah, that is true.
You don't know what I'm talking about. A quick little internet search.
That was one of the memes that accompanied this article.
so
And it's
funny.
like, you know, the green onesie that Borat wore, which is what everybody
Very supportive.
says it
It's
looks like.
exactly the same.
I don't know if I need this for my iPhone. I mean, I've got the case, which I hate to use, but if you don't, you risk cracking your phone.
I look at you weird if you don't use a case. I
You
go,
do.
You live on the edge, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm an adrenaline junkie, but first thing I do when I get a new
they
one.
cost like more than a mortgage payment.
Yeah,
a
to
new
get it
one.
fixed. If you
Yeah.
break it,
I think the best invention ever was just the magnetic option. The whole
Yes,
MagSafe thing. I think that was
absolutely.
smart. I get
This
that
seems
one.
like an easy way to get it stolen too, though. If it's hanging off, like it seems like it'd be easy to grab or someone to cut. Like over in Europe, they have a problem with people like actually cutting stuff. Like that's why they have these travel bags for those.
Yeah. So you're saying like you basically put a target on
You're
your
putting
back.
it. You're advertising that you have. You also have the $150 to buy the satchel
Yeah.
for it to go in, and then you also have a $2,000 phone sitting in it.
Right.
You're
You could
just
say that about
advertising gets
any
stolen.
purse, though, right?
Well, that is true. But this obviously is so noticeable, and obviously coming in bright colors
new
doesn't
and
help.
trendy.
That's true.
Who loves bright colors, James?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, Matt. You really thought that out, right? So, I mean, what do you got planned, fella, for everyone who has the iPhone? You gonna snatch it off their neck, buddy?
Having been
long
in
you got that
Europe
planned
and
out?
felt the tug on the backpack,
Oh.
I know. I've been in.
Europe.
I've experienced it. Also, you look like
Europe,
a giant
you sure you're
pistachio.
not doing it here?
I'm just saying. What?
You sure you're not doing it here, buddy?
I'm not doing it here. I'm not trying to get assaulted by anybody else in this town. Not especially around here.
I don't know what's happening anymore.
Not quite sure either. We went from iPhone Pocket to being assaulted in Europe and having your
true.
bag cut off of your shoulder.
Let's move from Europe to Montana. You guys
I
want to do
think
that?
we should. Yeah, let
Okay.
us know what you think about the iPhone Pocket. James, he will be keeping track of your comments.
Yes.
dailyflashshow.com. Look for that sound off button.
Yes. Okay, so listen to this. An entire Montana town was snapped up by one person for the price tag of $2.25 million. Not
Okay.
bad for a whole town. The city is called Prey. It's about 45 minutes from Yellowstone National Park, and it was recently purchased by a local woman. And the town comes with its own post office, 3 log cabins, and a 100-year-old general store. Prey has a population of just over 1,000 people. It was founded in 1907, and it's always been privately owned. It's a 5-acre town, and it had been owned and managed by a single family for more than 100 years. I think that's really cool. Like, I'm curious what she'll do with this.
Look at all that land.
It looks I mean,
It looks
what they're
gorgeous.
saying is ever since, Yellowstone came out, this whole area has become super popular for tourism, so she bought it at the right time.
Yeah, and I believe the log cabin she can use for bed and breakfast options or
Yeah.
Airbnbs. I'm not quite sure, but this is basically a town where the sheriff is the judge, is the mayor, is the you name it, the postal inspector.
That's how Liam Neeson movies start.
Kind
He blows a
of.
tire in that town. They discover some underground mining facility, and next thing you know, stuff blowing up. That's how those always go.
I would
Yes.
watch that.
That's a good one, yeah.
I think
80-year-old
so.
Liam Neeson.
I mean, this is great. It sort of brings attention to these smaller towns and,
I think
your
it's really
ability
cool.
to purchase land, of
And
course.
they say that she has the intention of keeping the integrity of the town and its historical
Okay, let's
value,
hope so.
Pretty neat.
Well, before we head to break, here is today's brain flash question. Which U.S. state is home to the world's largest ball of twine? We will have that answer right after this when we return with more of today's trends, tomorrow's talk. You're watching Daily Flash.
Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. Let's see if you got today's brain flash question right. So here is the question. Which U.S. state is home to the world's largest ball of twine? If you didn't know, the answer is Kansas. Might be a nice little stop off next time you're on a road trip.
Okay.
All right, let's dive in to our next guest. I'm Michelle Yarn. Welcome back. November is Alzheimer's Awareness Month, and today we are spotlighting a viral moment that is helping millions of families capture their history. It's an inspiring story of love, legacy, and connection called Hear Your Story. So joining us to talk about it is Jeffrey Mason. He is the author of this series, really, Jeffrey. Welcome to Daily Flash.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here today.
We're so happy to have
Yeah.
you. We've got our copies here. We've been loving this. It's a journal of sorts. Tell us a little bit about it and what inspired you.
Yeah, so this, I'm not one of these folks who ever planned on being an author. Back in 2018, 2019, my dad was being stolen from us by Alzheimer's. And there was so much about my dad's life, like a lot of dads of that generation, he just didn't share. So I put together all these questions, wanted to, by that time, he was too gone, unfortunately, the Alzheimer's to get answers for the questions. But I was able to talk to my aunts, my uncles, my mom, his friends, and I just learned so much about my dad. And the more I knew about him and his life, you know, growing up as a kid, a teenager, all those things, I just felt more connected to him. I saw how we were alike. I saw the areas where we were different. It didn't really matter as much.
Yeah.
And then folks started asking for the questions. So I'd make Xerox copies. And then in 2019, I just decided to make a book. And little by little over the years, it's just kind of grown and grown and grown. It's just been a blessing.
So how did your dad or your family react to this idea when you said, okay, I'm going to make this something that everybody can do?
Yeah, they, it was at this time period, because I did it so slowly and just talking to them. I think they didn't realize I had a list of questions, but I would just sit down and talk to them. You know, it's just something that we really talk about now when folks get our journals, you know, sit down and talk to each other, connect, have conversations. We have these phones, we think we're connected, but we text, we don't talk. So it was just it wasn't, I learned about my dad, but I also learned about them. And it's so cool to see your parents as people versus that parent label. And like I said, it just did so much for me. My mom talks about my dad would just be so tickled and thrilled by this. He was this amazing creative guy, photography, writing, music, but he was in that time period where you had to go out and find kind of the company to get you out there. And I was able to do this on my own in the beginning. So he would have just loved this time period for creativity.
Yeah, I think it's fascinating. I love the way this works, and it gives prompts and it makes it easier to start those conversations because we've become so disconnected as a society. What do you think about the response and the reaction since this book came out, your viral moment, all of it?
It's just been so overwhelming. I get emails from folks talking about they'll bring along one of our books, meeting a birth parent for the first time to guide the conversation. I've had folks talk about hospice bedsides. I get emails, it's always from moms. I didn't know my kids wanted to know about me. So it's, I just get, it's just so, it's nice to be asked to talk about yourself and your life. It's nice to
Absolutely.
hear from someone you love
Yeah.
that they want to learn more about you.
Well, Jeffrey, thank you so much. It's certainly inspiring. We will be sure that we share this interview on our website at dailyflashshow.com. Thank you.
The Danish government is changing copyright law in an effort to fight AI images and videos. They say they want to protect your NIL rights, name, image, and likeness. The Danish government said it would strengthen protection against digital imitations of people's identities with what their lawmakers claim is the first law of its kind in Europe. The move comes as AI technology becomes more mainstream. It is easier now more than ever to create images and videos which mimic the features of another person.
I mean, I'm all for this. You can't tell the difference anymore.
No.
Between AI and real.
Well, and the problem on social media too is a lot of people have been caught up in posting stories they think are real and they've been created by AI, and they either don't mention that or they try and blur out the AI logo that the video was made with.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, and to me, like, the problem is once somebody sees it, you can't unsee it.
Yeah.
So even if you came back out and said, sorry, that was a fake video, the damage is already done.
Yeah, and everything online lives forever, too.
Yeah.
So there needs to be a way to distinguish one from the other.
I just don't know how you do it.
I don't either.
Because I kind of feel like the genie's out of the bottle.
Yeah, I
We're sort
mean,
of done for.
have you seen all the deep fake stuff about Tom Cruise?
Oh,
and you can't
my-
tell the difference anymore. So I get it. I think we need a way to distinguish. And a law, if it has to be a law, so be it.
I just heard an interview, a clip of an AI Tom Cruise on a radio show, and they were talking about how he got this honorary Oscar.
Yeah.
And then they had Tom Cruise talking, as it was an AI Tom Cruise,
Again, I
but
mean-
making this whole thing. And if you didn't tell me, I wouldn't know the difference.
Yeah.
I would have thought it was him.
I know, and AI, they've been using voices to scam people as well, where you get a call
Yes.
and you think it's your family member who's in trouble on the phone and they need money to get out of jail or to be released from kidnappers. I mean, who knows? It could be as crazy as that. But people they're falling for it because it sounds like your loved one.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way to know the difference, which is why I freak out when you get calls and you don't know who it is and you're answering questions. They can use your voice and your prompts to scam you later.
Yeah. Just by
Some
saying,
good news to think about.
is this Michelle Yarn? Yes, it
Yes.
is. Click. That's
Yeah.
all they need.
Yeah.
Scary
Wild
stuff.
Wild stuff. Whew. Okay, well, we've got more coming up in just a bit on the Daily Flash. Everybody stay with us.
Yeah, today's trends, tomorrow's talk. We are back right after this.
Hey there! Welcome to your furry friends for this week. Well, this is the kind of traffic jam you don't plan for in the tourist town of St. Lucia, South Africa. Two massive hippos casually ambled across a busy road, bringing cars and pedestrians to a halt as onlookers watched in disbelief. The scene is a reminder that in South Africa, wildlife isn't just a backdrop, it's part of the daily commute, and they share the road. Experts say the region's large hippo population means interactions like this are not unusual. Now, when you're stuck at the light behind them and you call them a fat so-and-so, at least this time it's kind of called for, right?
Wow. Hippos are
I don't think
not
it really
friendly either.
No, I was going to say, aren't they the
No.
most considered one
Yes.
of the most dangerous animals in the world?
Mm-hmm. They kill more humans than any other animal on the planet. And at one point, we tried to import them to replace beef in this country, and they found that out. You can't do that.
And aren't they herbivores? They just eat plants.
Yeah.
Yeah,
is
but
so
they're
strange.
very protective of their babies and their area, and they're fun to watch at the zoo. And that's
I
what we're
don't
keeping.
mind seeing a deer or a raccoon randomly cross the street, but a hippo I think I'd have a
little much.
problem with. Yeah.
I would have a lot of questions if that happened around here. Who
A gator,
had
we're
that
like,
and how
oh,
did
no
it-
big deal.
Yeah.
We see gators here. That's the same
All
thing.
the time.
So, anyway, your next furry friend story today. Well, work came to a screeching halt recently as construction site in Blue Ridge, Georgia. The crew watched as two bald eagles landed in freshly poured concrete Come on, eagle. I mean, it's cute, but come on. The pair left their footprints in the wet cement before taking flight. The moment highlights nature's timing and its way of stealing the spotlight in the most unexpected places. And they better leave those footprints in there.
Yeah.
I don't think you're, you know what? In America, I don't think you're allowed to pave over bald eagles' footprints. So
Oh yeah,
I think they have to leave
so
them.
right.
Can we just say that they're doing what everybody else would want to do,
to do
which
so
is
bad.
walking in fresh
Yes.
cement or writing your name in it? And look at how
Yep.
beautiful
So
those
cool.
footprints are.
I bet
Yeah,
they
I
will
mean,
leave it.
They have to, or at least take one of the plots out of it and hang it somewhere. I mean, come on, that's just cool.
Yeah,
Wow.
right?
Really
Golly.
neat, Matt. I love it.
Good stuff.
All
Thank
right,
you, Matt.
so let's stay on this train of Mother Nature and how amazing it is, okay? Because this is really cool. Have you ever wondered what actually happens to your body when you reach the top of Mount Everest, which I will never do, so this is very interesting.
I'm with you on that one.
But a 17-year-old did this, Bianca Adler. She set out to conquer the world's highest peak, but she almost didn't make it. Look at her. This teen was left gasping for air after spending 4 days in the death zone. If you haven't heard of this, it's an icy, treacherous stretch. It's so high up, there's barely enough oxygen to survive, even for a short period of time. And she reached 27,000 feet before she was forced to turn back, thanks to fierce winds and frostbite, which you can clearly see here in this video. But 17 years old, I mean, kudos to her. But wow.
Yeah, here's what I find so interesting about these issues. She's near death, and yet she has a moment to go on Facebook Live
well.
or, record herself for a reel, whatever it is. And it seems to me like the whole idea of climbing Mount Everest is starting to wane a little bit with so much trash being left at the top of the mountain, so many people trying to get there. And this brings it back to the point that there's a real danger to people. I don't know if you're really supposed to be hiking up that high.
Yeah, and at 17, which is really incredible. I'm wondering, I mean, I know she had her dad with her, but he only made it halfway and had to turn back. So
yeah. Well, at 17, she's probably got a lot of energy. She's in great
you're not
physical
scared of
shape.
dying at
not
that
scared
age.
of dying. You feel invincible, right?
Yeah.
So no problem there. Well, a married mom of a 19-month-old is being accused of falsifying her infant's 33-pound physique.
What?
Okay, for the virtual skeptics who still were not convinced, she had her 6'2" husband join them in a photo. There they are. She was recently accused of child abuse because of her baby's giant size. The baby tipped the scales at a hefty 22 pounds by month 4. Okay, the average weight for a baby boy at the 11-month mark is about, what is it?
22 pounds?
About 22 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah. So there you go. He's huge.
He is huge, but it looks like the dad is pretty huge too. I mean, this is so funny. This made me think of, my son is on a flag football team, but he's just my 10-year-old, but he's at this weird age where the age group is 10 to 12. So the 10-year-olds are little, and the 12-year-olds, they look like 16-year-olds now. There was one kid that the parents are like, yeah, he drove himself here today, and he was huge, but his dad was like 6'6". So, I mean, I get where people are like, oh, I don't believe this, you're doing this for likes or attention. But I'm telling you, these kids do not look like their age anymore.
No.
Like, I can't even guess ages.
No,
You could be 16 or 40, I don't know.
Do you think it's the food? Part of me thinks, like, when you're looking at these kids and some of them look like they're 20 and they're, 12 years old, it's like, what has happened to you? Like, your body's fully developed, you're huge, you're tall.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
100%. Yeah, I mean, he had like a mustache.
It's at 12?
12! I don't know.
Oh,
Pretty wild.
my
Pretty wild
goodness.
stuff. All right, well,
Lord.
listen, there is much more news and entertainment and everything in between coming your way. The Daily Flash continues in just a moment.
Yep, stay
Lots
with
of fun.
us. Don't go anywhere. You miss a minute, you miss a lot.
It's true.
This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
Hey everybody, welcome in. I'm Michelle Yarn, sitting in for Mitch English.
Great to have you, Michelle. I'm Andrea Jackson. This is Daily Flash. Today's Trends, Tomorrow's Talk. Let's check in with our stations across the nation. Matt Doolittle, tell us all about it.
219 affiliates across the country, including around the world on the Armed Forces Network. Make sure you head to our website, dailyflashshow.com. You can click where to watch and send your friends and family where they can see us on the daily. And today we're checking in with our buddies at KUOC in Tulsa, Oklahoma, the oil capital of the country.
I was just telling Michelle about my new favorite show, Landman, with Billy Bob Thornton. I got access to the new season.
Okay.
Oh man, it is
So good.
Is it shot in Tulsa?
No, it's shot in Texas.
Oh.
Yeah.
But there's some good
so many
one-liners that
shows
come
on
out
the
of that
list.
show.
Yeah. So good.
All right. There is this new morning habit. It's sweeping social media, of course.
Okay.
Hopping in place first thing in the morning as soon as your feet touch the ground. Okay, stick with me because I've been doing this for about a week now, so I'll tell you all about it. Now, you only have to hop about 50 times. You don't have to do crazy jumps, and that's enough to get the blood flowing, the oxygen circulating. So influencers have been documenting their morning hops, and they swear this does everything from reduce bloating and fatigue, lowering your blood pressure, helping drain the lymphatic system, bone density. Some people even say it just makes you happier in the morning.
Yeah, because it gets your
Just
blood flowing,
hopping.
right?
Yeah. And that's how I was just scrolling and there was this woman.
It got you.
And she's like, somebody said if you hop in place 50 times, it'll change your life. She's like, so I'm going to try it for 30 days. So she would just set up a phone while the coffee was brewing and just turn on a song and kind of hop left to right. And she ended up doing it for like 2 or 3 months. And she lost something like 5 pounds, nothing crazy, but just from hopping. She said she feels amazing. And it does. It gets oxygen to your brain quicker too, which is supposed to wake you up immediately. So I'm like, I'm going to try it. And it works. I will tell you, and you do not want to do it, but as soon as you start hopping, all of a sudden, I don't know, it just puts you in a good mood. My family thinks I'm crazy. I tried to get my kids to do it with me. They won't do it.
Yeah, I could see that. They're like, Mom, no.
It's got to be better than when I get up. The first thing that goes is my knees start cracking. So, I mean, maybe it's better than
all you hear is crickety crack
Snap,
of
crackle,
every
pop.
joint. But it feels amazing. And I'm like, this is something worth trying.
Well, have you ever done those mini trampolines, the exercise trampoline?
The rebounders.
Okay, those are great, but then there's always this fear of taking the wrong step and falling through the coils, which has happened. Not to me, but I know it's happened. But that reminds me that we've got one of those stored away somewhere.
Yeah.
And that might be, right? It's like exercise
Everything
equipment.
comes around.
It does, right? Yeah. Exercise equipment that you use for other things like drying your clothes. But the trampoline thing, mini, great. Everybody raves about that. And I just saw somebody saying this is the best exercise you can do.
Really?
Just on the trampoline, 20 minutes a day, jog in place, hop. But
I
it
love this
follows
movement
that.
of like you don't have to do crazy workouts anymore. Like
Yeah.
low impact and consistency is the key. So even something just walking, just getting moving. So I feel like it's fun and it's something, just try it. Try it for like a week. One morning I woke up, my nose was kind of stuffy. I start doing the jumps, everything cleared up.
Really?
I'm not kidding. It's crazy. And then you feel like you can feel your body waking up. I don't know.
Oh, I love
You're all
that.
going to be hopping tomorrow morning. I know
It's a good little jump start.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
See
man.
what I did there?
Yeah.
New meaning to hop out of bed.
I'm just going to annoy my neighbors that are below us at first thing
I know,
in the
that's
morning
the
now,
only
especially when I'm getting up on average at like 4 in the morning now. I'll start doing that. My wife's going to be like, what are you doing? Neighbors
funny
start
about
hitting with the
Trying the
broom.
latest trends.
The neighbors, below, they might not take too kindly to that. Maybe that's where the trampoline comes in, the little mini exercise
And
trampoline.
I like that this is free. It's easy. It's not some trend where now you have to buy something that's just going to end up collecting laundry like it's thrown on it.
Always.
You know what I mean? So I think it's just something fun. And I guess it was derived from Eastern medicine. So there's a lot of movements that are now getting added to the hopping. So now it's like a 10-minute thing where you can like swing your arms up and down. And
You're going to have a hopping
torso
class
twist.
soon.
Yeah.
Hot hopping.
Hot hopping, that'll be the best.
Just start with the hop.
Well,
See what
and it's
happens.
easier than trying to get out of a gym membership.
Yes.
That's for sure.
True.
So, you can just get out of bed and hop for 50, what did you say? 30 seconds?
50 times.
50 times, that's it.
That's
50
all.
times.
Just start with that. And it goes faster than you would think. It's not that hard.
Habit stacking and hopping.
And hopping.
We've
learned
learned
stuff
two
this week.
extremely important habits from Michelle this week. Habit stacking and hopping. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let us know what you think. Do you have a morning routine that works for you? Share your thoughts, dailyflashshow.com. Stay with us. More trends. Today's trends, tomorrow's talk. Coming up right after this. Let's do some life love shopping. If you live it, love it, or buy it, we talk about it. Consider this your life and style guide from A to Z. Well, here's a question for you. Could a few small daily habits be taking a toll on your spine? You wouldn't think a winter coat or a messenger bag could cause back pain, but our next guest says it could be the #1 source. Joining us is the author of a new book called Adjusted Reality: Supercharge Your Whole Being for Optimal Living and Longevity. Dr. Sherry McAllister, welcome back.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be with you.
So why could a heavy coat be causing us back pain?
Well, these are one of those choices we make during our day that we rarely think about. And a heavy winter coat actually can pull your shoulders down and forward. Now, it doesn't seem like a lot, but over time, as we wear that coat, we change the center of our gravity. That changes our balance and we struggle. It's kind of like that unconscious tug of war with our winter coat that pulls us forward. And during the day, it just starts to wear on us. And if you think about it, when you go down to the gym, you pick up a 2-pound weight and you pull it out away from your body. It doesn't seem like a heavy weight until you walk around with it for 15 or 20 minutes. And that actually creates what we call a spinal load. And a winter coat, especially if it's heavy, that can add up to 20 to 60 pounds during your day on your spine.
So what types of coats are the worst offenders?
The heavy ones, and especially if they're longer. So we're looking at leather and wool because they tend to not have the flexibility. And if they're long, they can also alter not only how your body sits in the coat, but also your gait. So during the winter, we know there may be icy patches, there could be rainy patches. We want to have our balance. And if we're struggling with our balance, the center of gravity, that kind of puts us at a loss.
So what are the best types of coats to buy, and how should we choose a coat that best supports our spine?
Well, we want to have a coat that works for us and not against us. And one of those pieces obviously is going to be the fit. Is it fitted right for me, or is it sloppy and it's just a huge mess on our body and we're feeling uncomfortable in it? But more importantly, we want to look at the weight of that coat. Because as we wear that winter coat, it actually does start to tire and fatigue our body. And that, I think, is one of the most important pieces. It's really about balance, and our micro choices during the day actually create a whole different reality for us when we're at our workstation and we're feeling kind of like fatigued and we're thinking, well, what happened? These choices make a difference.
Just a few seconds left. What about messenger bags and purses that we pack with our life?
Yes, you're absolutely right. #1, we have to make sure they're not heavy. And #2, if it's a backpack, make sure you use both those straps and keep it close to the body. And if it's a messenger bag, perhaps put it over the left shoulder going to work and then on the right shoulder going from work. And that creates
Ooh.
back to the balance. It's balance that creates a better aligned life.
I love it. Dr. McAllister, thank you so much for joining us. The book is called Adjusted Reality. Please head to our website for more information. And you can head to our website, llsshow.com, for more information and to see this interview with Dr. McAllister. We'll have all the links available for you right there.
Life Love Shopping is a weekly 30-minute lifestyle show hosted by Andrea Jackson. It's focused on the latest trends for your health, home, and happiness. Life Love Shopping offers viewers ways to improve their life and style, wellness, and relationships. If you live it, love it, or buy it, Life Love Shopping will talk about it.
We start today's show with the happiest jobs in America. A recent study found physical therapists take the top spot when it comes to job satisfaction.
Life Love Shopping, your life and style guide from A to Z.
American Education Week is a time to honor the workers in our nation's public schools, from classroom teachers to cafeteria workers to bus drivers. And joining us now is Becky Pringle. She is the president of the National Education Association. Hi, Becky. What are some of the American Education Week themes this year?
Well, today is Education Support Professionals Day, and we're saying Happy American Education Week to our school bus drivers and food service workers, our our cafeteria workers, our secretaries, because we know how important, vital their work is to us. I'm taught for 31 years, eighth grade science, and
Wow.
their work was vital. Like I did.
Yeah, how can parents and communities show their thanks during this time?
Sending a note is always good, but mainly just lifting up our educators, making sure they know they're not alone, that the other parents and community members are going to stand in those gaps with them to meet the needs of all of our students.
You guys do so much for so many, and as you mentioned, a handwritten note sometimes probably means the most.
It does, and we need them to advocate for our students. We need them to lift up their voices and say it's not okay to cut SNAP benefits and our kids are going hungry. That's not okay.
Becky, thank you. For more information, please head to NEA.org. This holiday season, forget the fruit baskets and skip the gadgets destined for that junk drawer. Lifestyle editor Joanne Butler joins us with the scoop on the hottest ticket item. Hi, Joanne.
Hey, Joanne Butler here. You know, the best gifts are the ones that just keep on giving long after the holidays are over. You've probably heard by now all the buzz around bidet toilet seats. You know, the fabulous high-tech toilet seat that cleans your tushy. Well, Toto, of course, is the luxury bathroom company that has turned what was once this luxury ungettable item that you could only experience in the finest hotels and spas into a household must-have called a washlet. Toto actually brought the first luxury washlet bidet seat to market more than 45 years ago, and they have been perfecting it ever since. More than 60 million Toto washlets have been sold around the world. That's how popular these are. Now, washlets don't just elevate your morning routine, they literally transform it. These gifts just change how people start and end their days, just adding luxury, comfort, next level self-care and wellness that really changes your life, just completely redefines what it means to feel truly clean, comfortable, and confident. 3 models here that I have to show you. All of them deliver instantaneous, warm, aerated water, a heated seat that just feels like heaven. You can personalize the settings even, adjust the spray pressure and position 5 different ways, 4 memory presets so everyone in the house can customize and save their own settings. First up, the S2. This one's perfect for families or first-time users. It's super simple to install. Next, the S5 here. This one's named New York Times Wirecutter's Best Bidet Seat of 2025. Now, for the primo design lover on your list, this baby is Toto's newest. It's the Nexus Washlet Plus KS6. It's a one-piece bidet toilet, just the ultimate statement gift. Form, function, all of it, just next level. The cord, the hose disappear completely, so you just get this clean architectural look in your home, just gorgeous. Now, other features of these washlet bidets, they clean themselves, the bowl and the wand, with an automatic spray of electrolyzed water or e-water plus after each time you use it. Both the seat and the wand have this advanced non-stick clean resin surface that resists stains and buildup. An automatic deodorizer, a night light, so when you go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, you can see. It saves energy. Of course, you're gonna save money on cleaning supplies and toilet paper too. When someone asks me what are some really special, thoughtful gifts that just last a lifetime, these are what I tell them. Truly just a gift that keeps on giving long after the holidays are done. And you can feel good about them too for just so many reasons. I just can't say enough about them. Head to TotoUSA.com for where to find them, and happy holidays.
As holiday shoppers gear up for Black Friday and Cyber Monday, protecting your financial information is more critical than ever. Here's more on how to keep your holiday spending safe.
We spend billions of dollars each and every year to make sure your data is safe and secure. A couple of tips: make sure you turn on your purchase alerts on your credit card app. Every time a transaction happens on your credit card, you are alerted immediately, and you have the opportunity to see if it's legitimate or not. If it is a fraudulent attempt, customers have a zero liability factor in there because of the bank's willingness to make sure you're safe and secure. Contact your bank right away to make sure that transaction is canceled. Unfortunately, there's a bill in Congress by a few politicians who are trying to change the way your credit card is processed. It would certainly diminish the safety and security of your credit card. Go to our website, guardyourcard.com, to to learn more about this. The last thing we need is America's credit card system to become less safe and less secure.
Dwayne Taylor with the ATV Safety Institute joins us now to discuss safety tips when it comes to riders and drivers. Dwayne, thanks for joining us.
For many, the holidays are an opportunity to get together with family and friends. OHV Recreation provides an opportunity to get together while outside, away from our screens, and a chance to get some physical exercise. Some people not affiliated with our sport might seem like we're isolated inside our helmets or on individual machines. However, taking trail breaks, getting lunch, or stopping at the end of the day at the campsite provide opportunities for what we call bench racing. That is essentially just telling stories about the adventure we had on the trail that day or some of the great scenery we might have seen. This provides for a shared experience that can create lifelong memories. If you are interested in getting into OHV recreation, we encourage you to visit rideohv.com. That's where you can find out about the various forms of training that are available and perhaps find some training local to your area. Once you're trained, you're going to make sure that you wear all the appropriate safety gear every time you operate one of these vehicles. That gear consists of a DOT or Department of Transportation compliant helmet, goggles or other protective eyewear, long sleeves, sturdy pants, and over-the-ankle boots. As you get more into our sport, you might get more engaged in technical riding or driving and might consider wearing additional safety gear like a chest protector or motocross style boots, which offer more ankle protection. So now that you're trained, now that you have all the gear on, where do you ride? We encourage you to only ride on areas and trails designated for off-highway vehicle use. That means obey the rules, follow the signs, and stay on trail. Do not blaze your own path. You might cause resource damage, or you might have the opportunity to meet a law enforcement official who have a citation or a fine for you. Finally, with respect to the four-wheel vehicles, the all-terrain vehicles, or the recreational off-highway vehicles, also known as side-by-sides, those vehicles are intended only for use off-road. That means they should not be operated on paved surfaces and certainly should never be operated on paved public roads. If you want to find out more or you're interested in OHV recreation, please visit rideohv.com.
Hey there, welcome back to Daily Flash. Want to save big on your next car? Nick Miles shows you how to uncover hidden cash and score a better deal. Hey, Nick.
Who doesn't love a deal on a new car, but you might be surprised at where some of the best deals are hiding.
Every savvy car shopper knows the basics. Use programs like Costco Auto or AAA. Time your purchase at the month's end. Stack rebates and dealer incentives.
And even though electric cars lost their federal tax credit, the deals aren't disappearing.
Manufacturers are stepping in with steep discounts. Hyundai, BMW, Audi and Jeep are all offering outstanding deals, but I found some extra savings. Jeep just launched a campaign where you don't even have to pass go to get cash. It's called the Monopoly Bonus Cash Allowance, and it's turning funny money into real discounts.
You can actually bring Monopoly money from your board game into your Jeep dealer and they'll give you a real break.
Between now and November 3rd, Jeep allows you to bring $500 in Monopoly play money into participating Jeep dealerships. That Monopoly cash is validated and applied against the purchase or lease of a new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Yes, $500 in game money can knock $500 off your real car contract.
You even have a chance to win a Jeep Grand Cherokee like this.
Part of the McDonald's Monopoly game prizes also includes 10 brand new 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4x4s. Combine this $500 Monopoly money allowance with your regular discount tactics, timing your purchase, negotiating dealer markdowns, and you could walk away with an even stronger deal than expected.
$500 of Monopoly money becomes $500 off a new Jeep. I'm Nick Miles, and I love my job.
All right, Nick, good stuff there. So we were talking about a big body baby earlier in the show. This kid weighed as much as an 11-month-old. And we're just talking about kids' sizes. And Michelle, you had a funny story about your son.
Oh my gosh. So, and I always say nothing shows the passing of time like having kids. And my son, Jack, is 13 now. And it's crazy. The other day, he's getting his shoes on to go to tennis. And I'm like, Jack, what are you, stop, you're playing around, don't put your dad's shoes on, like, we gotta go. He's like, Mom, these are my shoes. I'm like, those are your dad's shoes. They were his.
Oh.
And I'm like, what's happening?
My gosh. Yeah.
Crazy. He's
That
bigger
must-
than me now.
Must have been a moment in time where you're like, okay,
Yeah.
life
go
is
cry in
moving
my
on.
room.
Thanks so much for spending time with us.
Bye, everybody.
Be good.